name is Dr. Chinwe Madubuike, and I'm a development specialist. I work in Abuja, Nigeria. I also moonlight as a broadcaster. I was invited to present a paper on, based on the work that I do with the Bring Back Our Girls campaign and with victims of the Northeast insurgency. So I was invited based on that. I think Biafra opened up for me through participating in the conflict of conflict or humanitarian aspect of the Northeast conflict. So as I was doing things and sharing it with my family, it seemed to open up things, issues for them, and again I saw parallels. So having seen pictures of children with kwashiorkor, distended stomachs, starving children, starving people, I actually sent pictures to my dad of children in the Northeast and Biafran children, and if you had put those pictures in black and white, you couldn't tell the difference. And I felt it was a shame that Nigeria was going through that again, or is going through that again, even if it's happening in the Northeast. And my argument yesterday, and still is, if the Nigerian government had handled the aftermath of Biafra, we probably wouldn't have to go through what we're going through in Nigeria, in the Northeast part, because it affected a lot of people who were not necessarily, people seem to think it's a Hausa thing, but there are Christians there, there are different ethnic groups there. Igbos did flee. I have friends that schooled in Maiduguri, and they left, and some of their families were affected as well, but they were able to escape on time. And that's just what I thought I would talk about. They didn't do anything after. They didn't address the Biafran issue. It was swept under the carpet. It was ignored. It was denied. People were not rehabilitated. People were not repatriated. There was no real effort of reconciliation. And if that had happened, then the healing, the memory, the trauma that we talk about would have been dealt with early on. And because that didn't happen, Nigeria also lost the opportunity to develop an expertise, if you will, or a knowledge, a collective knowledge of how to move forward. We seem to be very good at sending the military out to fight other wars, but we are not good at sending our people out to reconcile and seek peace and help other nations move forward. We just send people out for war. And the reason we can't help others move forward is because we haven't actively done it within the country ourselves. I'm not sure if it's deliberate. I'm not sure if there's a concerted effort to not do it in a way that is, well, we're just not going to do it. But I do think there's an effort to silence agitators, people who cry out about their pain and their suffering, yes. But I think that if you do it in a noisy enough way, you might be listened to. That's what seems to happen. That's why people listen to the Niger Delta agitations. That's why people listen to the Boko Haram agitations, because they do things forcefully. They do things in such a way that the nation is forced to wake up and to pay attention. They do things in a way that the federal government has no choice than to respond or to react. But there are other ways to take action to move the country forward. You don't have to be reactive, you can be proactive. And there just seems to be a lack of that.